Well, it's all right now because anything you do, oh, baby, that's all right. Oh, baby, that's all right.
I wait for someone to save. I wanna tell you something new. You drove us close into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while. I wish you all the best I can, and I stop myself for a while. I'm saying things I don't believe. The panic's rising up in you. Won't you tell me something new? Don't you think you wanna be more the best? If I pack my stuff, will you sooner than this? Don't you think you wanna be more the best? If I pack my stuff, will you sooner than this? Don't you wish I wanna be someone else? I wanna feel your gap without making a mess at you. Won't you tell me something new? I wanna tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while. Don't you think you wanna be more the best? If I pack my stuff, will you sooner than this? Don't you think you wanna be more the best? If I pack my stuff, will you sooner than this? Don't you wish I would've been someone else? I wanna feel your gap without making a mess at you. Won't you tell me something new? Wish you all the best I can, then I stop myself for a while.
Chase your tail light. I'll be under your skin, letting you go for a while. Then I'm taking you in. Your face like diamonds, glimmer and punch. Shiny predator with a golden gun. Space age girl machine. Space age girl machine. Space age girl machine. Thought you lost me, but I'm right behind.
Check.
Pretty and fancy, and I'll make you blind. Your face like diamonds, glimmer and punch. Shiny predator with a golden gun.
subscribing and hitting that like button. I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto with Road Dogg. Glad to have everyone here. Let's shout out to everybody's here. We got Tommy 2 Liters. How's it going, Tommy? We got Barnum and Brackish Adventures hanging out. Shout out to Trade Intuition. That is Joe. Check out his YouTube channel, Trade Intuition. Learn how to trade on this market, sharing his knowledge freely every day at 3 o'clock-ish. Go check him out. Rising Sun. There's Mr. Sam himself. Strega, my man, what's up? We got OG. Wordhog Thunderbolt. Joe, is that you again? Did you get back in line? Apple water and cowbell. Well, I got the cowbell. Don't have the apple water. I was thinking about that earlier tonight, though. I was thinking earlier, you know, really, to stay ahead in this game, you really need to just use your apple water and just always make sure that you keep you want those high frequency vibrations in your life because they just make you put a smile on your face. So we want to keep our vibrations high and there we go. There's high. Do you feel it already? I feel it lighten. Put it lower. What? I'm smiling. Oh my gosh. Can't do that. Wait. These high vibrations. Well, that's what it takes to get ahead in this market. Hey, there's Joe. He's first here. How's it going, people? Well, it just wouldn't be the same if I didn't point out that Tangem has this new ring that you can order now. You can actually order it now. It's not pre-order. Oh, cool. Let's go to the order page because there's a code that you can put in. I think it shows up here. It's DAWG, saves you 10% off. Let's see what you got some sizes here. They start out at 8 US sizes, all the way up to 13. So it's a little limited for some of you. And for the ladies, if you're size 7, size 5, you know, may not be for you to wear, but you could put it on a necklace. I'm just saying, that's an idea. And size 13, that's a pretty sizable finger. Not too many men go beyond that. So a lot of sizes right there. That's 144 for the ring, and then you get 2 wallets with that. And that's kind of cool. It's an NFC enabled phone. Or just order you a 2 or 3 pack of the wallets of the cards. Either way you go, this is just a new way that they've got it with the ring, which is really kind of coolio. If you ask me, that's my only shill for today. I figure we might as well start out. We got 15 people here. Maybe a few people will come, maybe not, before we start looking at the charts. But I figured I might mix it up just a little bit today, and we might hit off the newsroom first here. And go check out Layer GG for a few minutes, and then come back and start hitting them charts, okay? Let's try that. Ooh, that looks snazzy. Wow, Sean, you're on top of your game today. Well, I try. It'd be really cool if you would turn the news part on, John. Ah, there we go. All right, so Bitcoin today in the last 12 hours, posted by Layer GG, fresh off the press. If you're not watching my show, there's probably nobody on YouTube going over this right now, so I don't know. Say something special for the algorithm. Worth special. Bitcoin spot ETF inflows turn positive again as Bitcoin renews all-time highs. BlackRock Bitcoin ETF records largest trading day ever with $4.1 billion in trades. With Trump's election, Uni and LDO, Lido Finance, and Uniswap that have previously received Wells notices from the SEC are seeing a surge. As a result, DeFi tokens are rallying together. Wintermute posted a proposal to distribute a portion of Athena's protocol revenue to SENA. And Grass continues to hit new highs, hitting $3 and remaining in the top 24-hour trading volume on the Bybit perp market. The Avalanche Foundation has announced that it is buying back 1.97 million Avalanche tokens, and that's about the current equivalent of about $52 million. held by the Luna Foundation. This buyback was approved by the bankruptcy court. Arkham has announced that the perp DEX will be released in a week. At this point, account registration and KYC has begun. SushiSwap has launched a vesting launch feature on Dojo. It previously launched meme coin Launchpad. And Binance Chain, BNB Chain, has unveiled a new real-world asset tokenization service. Big Time. The airdrop campaign for Big Time's Open Loot token continues. Big Time VIP users will receive an airdrop of Open Loot's token, and round 2 will begin. And finally, the ARPA network has hinted that something will be announced this week on the X channels. Just a hint. Just maybe a hint. Just saying. And that's all we got for news. Let's go back to the regular place. Oh, shoot, we lost one.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you.
Grass actually is on my list to take a look at tonight because that one just keeps going up and doing some stuff. That one's kind of wild. That's wild, I tell you. Very wild. Well, here we are watching the God candles here on Bitcoin that occurred. I mean, wow. Look at these candles. These are our last 2 daily candles. And it started out as 68.7. Doesn't sound like much. Became all the way up 11% move in 1 day yesterday here on Bitcoin. And then today, a lot of the same, bouncing off of a 618 area there. And another 8% out of Bitcoin. And the market looks good. The market looks really good. Now we are at a level of resistance here. Didn't quite make it up to my target at 77,200-ish, but I'm still saying she's trying to, and it looks like she will go even further. So 80,697, 80,700 is also one of my fib targets right there. And you know, the fib targets have a tendency to kind of be very extremely highly accurate when they hit. Those are just good areas to take profit because that's usually where something's happening. And that's what I like to try to find. I like to try to find a place where something's happening. We're still above our last previous all-time high that we had back in March, and we haven't seemed to have lost that area. Let's come down on the 4-hour time frame. That's this white line down here, and so far so good. We can totally retrace that, but doing so would bring us back inside this pattern that we're flirting with breaking out of right now. So what's going to happen? I mean, there's a slight chance that this could hold, and then we can start going up kind of very nicely. But there is also this other chance that, oh, we can fake people out and come back in this pattern and then start driving the sucker back home a little bit. Yeah, either thing could happen there. I would say that your 4-hour on Market Cipher and your indicators here, they're getting a little heated right now. They're kind of hot. They're kind of fiery, and they kind of getting exhausted there, but so I doubt seriously that this will hold on this time right here. And I may have been totally wrong, but hey, that's kind of what I'm seeing that could be happening short term. But we won't know until it actually does what it needs to do, which is break this trend line and come back into the pattern. So far, she's not done it, so hey. There is definitely some bearish divergence here on the 1 hour, and that's where our price candles, the top of the candles here, we measured that is leaning up and to the right. However, our indicator over here, notably the RSI, is those toppies are leaning down and to the right. So that's a divergence, and that is the divergence of the diamond kind. That's the hidden divergence when it does this. When the big fishy is trying to eat to the right, that's some bearish divergence. And that could be the sign that, yeah, we'll come back for just a little correction here. You know, Bitcoin's sitting at $75,000. Can you say that again? $75,000. On this particular chart, we got up to 76,400. Quite an accomplishment. Now, should she decide to bounce off this area, bounce off the 21 moving average? I mean, she can. I mean, oh gosh, she can, and it would probably result in a nice strong move. She's looking like she wants to, but she just hasn't. She hasn't made the step out there. She's just standing on the cliff, looking down. Got a bottle of some clear liquid dipping on her tongue and one foot hanging off the edge, and I don't know what she's going to do. She may start flying. Or we might come down and visit this next level here. So if it were me, I'd be looking at 73,600-ish. I would also be looking at this juicy little dotted line. I don't know if you can see that, but this is our 382 Fibonacci. And if we're really trying to do something, I would expect a bounce there. But we got to wait to see if they're confirmed. Otherwise, the normal set of rules would come in, and we do have a 200 moving average here on the 1 hour, as well as a 618 Fibonacci sitting right down here at $70,634. Boo! Boo! I saw the road dog. If we did, I mean, to bounce anywhere above this white line is great. That means that we're testing our all-time high and that we are continuing on upward into price discoveries, and then another all-time high will be shortly coming as we start headed towards $77,000. That could happen. That may happen. All the bigger moving averages and everything, the indicators, they like it. They like that idea. We'll just have to see. That it's all about that trend line for me right now. So we'll see what happens there. First, we break through this one, but this is the one that really counts. This one's sitting here about 73.8. Let's see what happens there first. Breaking that, I would start targeting. Start thinking at 70,600 could be in the picture more realistically. If not, we could range a little bit. But yeah, they may decide to get us all excited. Remember, tomorrow is Thursday, and they like to do something. Now, they were running us up on the weekends, getting us all excited, and then just letting us flip-flop and hang out, and then on the weekends, and then crash us on Mondays. Or they play games with us, make us go down on a Friday, but then they start pumping and getting us all excited on Sundays and Mondays, maybe to dump us on a Monday or two. You know, they play games with us. So let's keep an eye out for any ideas like that. As we watch what they're trying to do, tomorrow's Thursday, next day's Friday, and then we go into the weekend, which should be low liquidity unless more and more people are starting to come in, which we might be starting to see because Bitcoin making a fresh all-new high, all-time high, Trump being elected president, people going to... We could see there's some reasons for some money to be unleashed on Bitcoin right now, and we could start to see just stronger, more God candles like what we have. So for altcoins, they're getting a boost. Now, Bitcoin is outperforming them. Do not get it twisted. But it's nice that this breakout that we had from this falling wedge is finally starting to take. We actually got our higher high. We got out of this little rangy area. We didn't go lower to retest this. That's starting to look like that might happen, right? Did not. We look at others index. Where are you, others? Come hither, others. Which is basically another version of Total 3. It just excludes the top 10 altcoins. Now, right now, I'm seeing I'm on a 8-hour or 6-hour time frame right here. We got the 800 moving average here. Normally a resistance area, but we also got a trend line on this particular chart. So we're at a resistance area for altcoins right now. So let's see, what do you say, indicators? You still got some fire? You still got some gas in the tank? She's still got some gas in the tank, though. Or she might be spiking up just a little bit, trying to retest these areas up here about 234. So we'll get a little bit more upside, but it looks like altcoins are going to get just a little bit of a correction. So that we'll probably be seeing that tomorrow. I would say tomorrow and Friday we'll be seeing the correction parts. So I am taking profits, and that's what I've been doing. What have you guys been doing? Let me ask you that. Have you been buying altcoins on these nice pumps, or have you been taking profit on altcoins as they pump? Just kind of curious. A lot of people are buying and chasing these candles as they go up. So if you are, you're not alone. I'm not saying that's the smartest thing to do, but it depends on your overall strategy and your risk tolerance, basically. Now, you could say that we might be getting ready to break out of this structure here and this trend line and just go to the moon. And I mean, it could, I'm not going to say it can't happen, but I'm going to say that the moving averages are just saying they got a lot of sandbagging going on right now. So I don't think that's happening just yet. I expect this area to continue to be resistance. So that's what I'm looking for. She starts showing some other signs. We'll talk about it. She gets above 234, this area looking still good. More up. But most likely, we're going to start seeing a little bit of pullback happen with altcoins. Let's keep our eyes open. There's a few signs. Money flow starting to come up in the green. Now, that might change things. So we want to keep an eye. So just keep an eye. 4-hour chart. See what she's doing about this area. She could be leveling out here. But so far, even on the 1 hour, above the 9-moving average. As long as we're above a 9-moving average, man, I ain't got nothing bad to say about them. I'm like, oh, keep on going, baby. So the altcoins popping up. We got to take a look at grass, man. Hey, man. Who's got the grass? I didn't get any grass. Grass is in the megaphone pattern. For real. Breakouts from here. It seems like, oh my God, it never happened. And then that one day that it does, and here it is where it did. And we're looking at 285 is the highest target that I personally had, other than the top of the trend line, which you should be looking at that. We can actually finagle her out just a little bit. So in my personal opinion, I think that 302 was probably her top. Now she might revisit it, double top in this area before coming back down, but it's about time now for grass to start winding her down. Like I said, she may still come back up a little bit. But if she were to come, oh man, where would you come back to? I would be looking at this 0.5 area. Since that was such a nice strong move up, that's the first place I'd look, rather than the 618 write-off. That's maybe too deep for it to retrace to. 0.5 for a strong impulse move like we got here by Charles Dow theory. That's where price should kind of revert to. We'll also look at, we'll watch the Fibonacci's as they go down, but I'd be looking mostly, paying attention to this one for where the possible bounce might come in, about 227. Although it could easily come all the way back down to the bottom of the pattern. That's usually, that's what you expect when you bounce off of one side to the other, right? So not out of the question to come down anywhere along these trend lines around $2. But not yet. She could be headed right back up here to $3 and retest this area. Maybe not quite make it to 3. And that should be playing out fairly quickly. Follow that on the 15-minute. It should be within this move. Looks like she'll catch here and then go up. If she loses this trend line, then this was it. And then it may be. I don't know. We'll see. Possibility she might make one more move. A little higher. Another one doing pretty good today is Cetus, which I'm also not in. I think this is over. Is this a? I think this is a. Is this a sweep coin or something? Let's take a look at it on the daily. That's pretty good. Like I said, that's pretty good. It's like she might have a little bit more room to go up there, about 42.6 cents. Yeah, I'm gonna ride with you. We got a 2.236 extension. And that one's a very, very good one. That would fit this occasion. So we're going to blow you up just a little bit. I got to color code you different, man. I don't think you're measuring there. So we might be seeing that little guy happen. 0.5. Okay, I'm just checking. I'm doing a little, just a little. Just talking to the fibs, getting my angles and stuff. Yeah, I do think that this 42.3 cents, that should be the, looks like if we're going up higher, that's where I think that we're possibly going with this one. This is flagging out to the upside. Oh my gosh. Interesting. That's pretty cool though. How much does this one go up today? Wow, it actually 138% from bottom to top there, averaging about 86% in. It's been some good ones popping off today. Lido Finance also popping off. That one I do have. Woo, baby! You made Daddy happy today. You went up 45% today. That is very happy with you. So zooming out to remember what kind of crap storm we got into with Lido Finance after it broke out of this channel. She was trying to hang around $2 and couldn't do it. Came down here. Looks like we're trying to clear this level. Got to clear this level. If not, I mean, you got no hope. So that $1.45 area there is where we're coming up to. 200 moving averages there. And then our other moving average hanging around $2. So we're basically trying to come back up and see what we can do. I don't know if we're ever going to break back and past this trend line, but we might just be going on a whole different, some kind of new trajectory here that might be suggested there. Gives us our own new little range to play with here. We would just have to see for Lido, but nice day for it, nice come up for it, and a lot of coins. That was pretty nice. What was it again? Yeah, 45% gains. You can't diss that. Let's see what you guys are talking about over here. Looks like it's going to be a banger tonight. Yeah. Jackson says, I am present too. Hey, there's Gearthen. Says, I got good news from the hospital. Gala is starting to breathe again, and the doctor said I was able to talk to him. He can't move from the hospital bed yet, but he told me he broke the 200 SMA on the 4-hour. How is Gala doing? I think I did see where that one was pumping up today. I saw something green around it. I have not actually looked at it. Woo, look at there. She went back into the pattern, so well, I can't remember. I can remember what I would say. She would either come back into here or roll over. If I left this here, it must have been that seems to be the more realistic and safe, more sane approach to look for a rollover there. And I think at that time, Mark, yeah, I can't take that back. That was the best thing to do. That's because that's what normally happens. But if you ever do, you always hear me say that. If you ever do come back into the pattern, you want to be on that train, because it usually is a nice move and eventually come in. I mean, its goal is to go to the other side of the pattern, other side of the trend line. That's its goal. They make it there a lot of times. Kind of looking something kind of like this. So that's cool. Curly, oh God, it looks good. It does look good. It does look good. Wow, imagine Gala. Now, I don't know if if she'll ever get back the way that she was before. I don't know. But at least right now, she got some attention. There's a big, thick Ichimoku cloud just begging to take her up to 5 cents, though. So that's at least a 2x from here. If you're going to take a risk on them, take, in my personal opinion, getting in on bottoms like this, when this is obviously in a bottom area, that's where I think you got the best risk to reward on your side, is buying as cheap as you can. And you don't have to buy all at once or anything, but might be a little nimble area. But imagine, what if this one, whether if there's some kind of good news that does come out about Gala, I can't say that that's some hopium, and I wouldn't bet the farm on it. I would treat this one as, you know, with these areas, and just be happy with the. It's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. You know, because within this range that we've had this year in Gala, even after the bad news came out, it still went up there, right? I believe. So you still got almost 3-4 X's that you can get out of it. Now, for it to come up to 20 cents or go back to near $1 or anything like that, I don't see that happening unless, you know, they got to create the developers will have to do something amazing. The marketing will have to do something amazing, get the hype going. And it's hard to see how they can do that if they're suing each other. But who knows? They might decide to put aside their differences to come up with some kind of narrative so that they can become billionaires. And then fight it out during the bear market. Yeah. I just speculate. It doesn't matter what I think. What matters is what the charts do. But yeah, it looks good. Looks good. So I'm on the 5-day chart, and let's come down to like the 4-hour here, short term. I think that's the one that you mentioned, right? You got above. Man, come on, click it. Yeah, that looks good. It's recovered the 200 moving average there. Let's take a look at it on the. Okay, I like this. I like how it's busted through the red cloud, and then we got the little sliver of green over there. Let's go ahead and move this out of there. You got the breakout right there. Ooh, that's sweet. Right here, breakout and above the non-moving average. I would have been looking down here. When she gets above 9s, I start thinking, really? Breakout, that would be I'm just pointing out places where I look as what would work as a signal for me to jump in, especially it closing the candle above the 50 right there. I mean, even if it didn't go above the trend line, although these are, you know, where's your risk area? You know, you feel comfortable buying here without knowing that it's going to do this at all or roll over or anything? Do you feel comfortable with that? Or would you need a little security see if we get past some areas we've been before? Is that enough? Above a non-moving average? Or do you need to see like maybe a moving average cross another one? Would that be the trigger for you? Or, you know, but you'd still roll over, but the signs are saying maybe not because all of this. Or would you wait till we got above a trend line and say, okay? Or would you wait till we got past this area over here, made a higher high, and then jump in? Or would you wait for a retest? I mean, everybody has a different way of looking on how to get in. That's why it's so hard to talk about this stuff, in my personal opinion, and share stuff. And because the way I look at things, explain things, you know, you may take it and receive that different, interpret that different. I guess, and so there's no clarification. I don't know, just some things I think about as we try to be these charting crypto YouTubers here. That's a good sign. Break back into this pattern. It should be coming toward the top. I wouldn't doubt to see 0.02, 0.03 cents out of Gala if this can continue, but there will be. Is that a fib? It's not a fib. That's just a crappy. You don't even need to be on there. I think that was an experimental line. So 2.5 cents, that's where we got to get above there. And she should at least go there, right? And then higher. Looks good. Just trying to flip the ribbon. That's pretty cool. We got Trade Spot. How's it going? Gap Filler. How's it going? XRP ETH out of the woods. Is it? Are you talking about the pair? Gap Filler says taking profits. That's taking profits. Yes. That's the habit you got to get into, because if you don't, man, you'll miss it. You'll miss it. You'll miss it. Sam says, I've just been watching so far. The farm says, dumb question. What do you mean taking profit? So if I invest $100, bump to 150, do I cash out 50 or 100? Well, that's your choice to make, but I think it's pretty cool. I mean, depending on your setup, if it looks like it's about done on your indicators and things, you might want to get out of the whole thing. But I would just me. I would try to take out capital and let the rest of it ride, especially this part of the market, because if we start going into up only phase, you don't want to be you don't want to be all out. That's just my take on it, especially if you're doing spot. Does that help? So I would say, so dumb question, what do you mean taking profit just means paying yourself. It doesn't mean you have to close your trade whatsoever. I rarely close, when I'm doing perpetual futures, I rarely close that trade. I milk that little sucker, and you know, I do that. I try to milk it for as long as I can until I either get stopped out or maybe there is, oh, this looks like a really good topping area. I don't just, there's so many different ways to trade, and it really just depends on everybody else. Now, a lot of people, I mean, if you're getting into like futures, you definitely want to stick with some idea like this. If you got something that's got leverage, you definitely want to have like something along the lines of this. You want to have a start, a beginning, a middle, and the end. If you don't have those, then you're just throwing money and hoping for the best. You want to have an entry. You want to have a place that, you know, this is where you're cutting it off. Like, I'm not cool losing any money past this. Stop loss here. Ideally, you try to make sure that amount, you know, you figure out how you can make that amount equal to the amount under, say, under a candle or something, just to safeguard you. You don't have to go that low in the 4 hour, I don't think. Like on this one, what would negate this pattern or this trade would be it coming back below this trend line. That would make this negative. And so that kind of, and then, you know, you might take a target. Now, if you're trading futures or something, you might want to just go in and then take it and just go in and get out. And that's what I thought trading was at first when I first got in, and that's what everybody was doing. We're going all in, going all out. And then I'm finding out, no, a lot of people are layering in, layering out. There's a lot of stuff that you can do here and kind of try to maximize your gains. But yeah, when we say take profits, it means paying yourself according to whatever your strategy is, whether it's to get all out or maybe just take 25%, 5%, 50%, you know. But for instance, like this little guy, what is my risk reward ratio? 0.24? What is that? That looks like that should be a lot bigger. You got 30% gains? I did something wrong here. Risk to reward ratio on this one would be, you know, too much for me. 10%, not bad on. Oh, I've got this as a short. That's why it's not making sense to me. My bad. No way now would I ever do a 20% stop loss. Now, I've seen some of the gurus do that. Now you say something to them, and they start. What ape shit? Why would you want to put $1,000 in on a trade and lose 300 of it just to make 200 or 300? Why would you want to risk something like that? Anyway, I think that you can go up there. Let's see what you guys are talking about. See if you guys got anything you want to take a look at. I've got a list of coins I'm going to go over. If not, Warthog, Thunderbow, Road Dog, thanks for the TA and render the other night. Pretty spot on. Very happy. Hey, thank you. I wish I knew what I said, but I can't ever remember anything that I go on the chart. Hardly. I just try to read the charts, whatever it says. I say. Just D-Engine and Moon. That's actually on my list. That one's doing good. How bored am I? With also with your knowledge sharing strategies, I don't have a free bag of grass with profits. Oh, you now have a free bag of grass with profit. Woo! All right. Somebody hit the wrong button, Sean.
I should say thank you very much.
So hard to get good help.
I'm sorry.
Oh, so. All right, so where we were, Good Brown Gravy says, just degen into Moon Bag, or just degen into Moonding. Can't even read now, I got this box my way. I'll say, also with your knowledge and sharing strategies, I have a free bag of grass, which is doing awesome, man, with profits. So now you got a Moon Bag of it, right? Woo! Did we look at grass earlier? I thought we did, right? You may not know. I don't think we did. I mean, I thought this was pretty much more than I expected I thought, okay, maybe she'll range, kind of catch around you. This is like a deep hearing project, right? Sharing your internet and stuff. I mean, I don't know what's pumping it. I don't think that it can still. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know anything about the tokenomics or anything on this thing. But dang, yeah. Hello? Hello? Is there one of you guys calling me? Are you trolling me? I feel like I'm being trolled. Who's trolling? So grass is like in price discovery. I mean, we can try to guesstimate where she might go or whatever, but man, that's Man, I'm just telling you, that one's going to be a hard one to call right there. We could break out some fibs and do a few tricks, but they're still going to get somewhere right in these same ballparks. Well, she can keep on going to like 326. That's one idea that we could do. That's just your standard move from the channel. There is... Okay. I guess we'll do the woo-woo. Oh, you're at right there. So these are some areas that should face some strong resistance. 326, 379. And if we get up to 473, that one should be a good one too. Just in case you decide to look at some place to maybe take some more from. If you moonbagged it, like every 2x that it does, you know, you can take either half of it or 25% or pull something off every 2x that it does. That would, I don't know. It's a good thing. That's cool. That's the kind of stuff I like. And you can get in something like that and moonbag it, and then you got it and just let it ride. Just let it go. Pull off, use it as a little bank account. Oh, maybe I can pull out a little bit from here and put somewhere else or do something. You just pull it out a little bit as it goes up. It's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. So I wish for you all that you all have many moonbags. May your moonbags be full and the light from the moon be shining down you proudly. May your bellies be full and your bags be fat. John, where's me apple water at? All right. Strega says 111. Yeah. Gap Filter says Bear CBD. You know, I don't have that indicator on here. Let me see if I can find that one. CBD is a pretty interesting indicator of cumulative volume delta. If I'm not mistaken, let me pull it up. No, it doesn't look like the one I'm familiar with. I think what I was looking for was the one that will tell you the volume of the shorts and the longs in the market. So I'm not really. CBD. See, that's probably the same one. Same one. Delta candles, cumulative. Let's try that one. Still not the same one I'm familiar with, or the one I'm thinking about anyway. But you say there's a divergence there, do you? Yeah, are we talking about crypto got no support? Are we talking about on are we talking about on others? Are we talking about Bitcoin? For others, we're definitely at an area of resistance, and that's what I was pointing out earlier here. That we might wake up to these areas over here. There's a 3.8, that should be a 382 Fibonacci right here area, which is cool to retest to test, but I don't know that we're ready to break through it. My biggest thing is that well, no. I was looking at the missed me on the higher time frames on the others. Clearly, altcoins did not come from the devil. You suck, Doc. Yeah, our moving averages are just not there for where we're just going to like bust up. So we should be there. Yeah, we'll probably get a pullback on altcoins, and we are headed toward the weekend. That's a perfect time for the pullback to come back and kind of maybe reject here, go down a little bit, scare us a little, like they do on the weekends. They're not going to make it all that easy for us. Tomorrow is Thursday, and then we go into Friday. But I think they like to play with us toward the weekends and during the weekends. So. This on the 4 hour though, she looks like she wants to try to at least wick up here. This is looking strong. I don't think it will sustain, but it looks like she's still got some short term, like, so I guess maybe the rest of the night, tomorrow. Yeah. Thursday, for let's say the next 24, 36 hours. She might be coming up through here. She might even make a higher high. I don't know that she'll get past here though. But yeah, I do see just resistance. I don't think we'll break out through here or hold the breakout. Or others or total 3, they're both doing the same thing. I think we might come back and then do something. But overall, we're looking good in my personal opinion. So I'm just taking profit as the number goes up and trying to stack as much Bitcoin as I can through whatever means. Or I'm stacking Bitcoin and gold basically with my profits, because that's my strategy. Catfiller says somebody missed the move and went short this pump. I couldn't imagine going short after October. I mean, I can imagine. Well, I guess I can. I don't know. I don't see that shorts play out that well at this point in the market. And it takes to do them properly. I mean, to do them at the right places, man, it takes them a while to get going. Like if you're trying to any of these tops, it just seems like it takes them a while to get going, and then it just starts wearing them. I'm like, are you going to go, or are you going to break out? Are you going to go down, or are you going to break out? And then it seems like when everybody wants to short, they're usually trying to short bottoms, at least when a lot of the gurus come out and start. Jason Casper knows how to get the tops with his range strategies. Some of the other ones, they kind of want to short bottoms, and they don't quite work out as well. They get a little bit late to the game. Jason says, stars aligned. Catfiller says, look for a CVD divergence. Or is the indicator got divergence in his name? CVD. Oh, there is. Okay. There's Q1 trading. We'll try. I'm throwing. That's not it. Let's take that one. So I'm just not familiar with this indicator. I was seeing CVD, someone explained the CVD indicator, and it looked a lot like a stochastics, or a where you had two lines, and one of them was the longs and the shorts, and that looked like a very helpful indicator. And it's my understanding that was CVD. I may be mistaken. Not something I'm very, very, that I use all the time or could really explain or am familiar with. But there are a lot of good indicators out there, and finding which ones you want to use and finding the divergence, that's the one that speaks to you. The things are showing that they're tired, but one thing to look for though, the only confusing thing I've got, the only warning thing I've got is that money flow. She looked like she ready to flip green, and if she flips green, it's good. I don't care how bad your news is; it's not that bad of news in the big scale. It's when money flow flips green, we're ready to do some good stuff, and the bad stuff ain't that bad. So if she does get rejected over here and come back, maybe test the 200 moving average on the 4 hour somewhere through there. Just come back and healthy retracement, and then let's keep on it going. And that will probably be part of what we see as that's how we start separating from Bitcoin. Is Bitcoin dominance getting rejected? Holy crap, this might change things. Let us look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This is a big deal. All right, so we got above the 618, closing candles above it on daily candles for Bitcoin dominance, and today we lost it. We're below the 618. There might be a mini altcoin season. It's now on the table. It's not confirmed. We could recover this and just keep going on our merry way of Bitcoin dominance, and then altcoins still kind of. But this might be why we're starting to see a little bit of improvement now on the altcoins, or we'll start seeing some more improvement here. To me, it still looks bullish though. Ichimoku Cloud, the moving averages, they're all. It looks like she would just come. She might just bounce right back up to it. So don't let it fool you. We may be retesting this 200 moving average at 59. Then might we come back and start going back? That's a quick drop though. If there's a bounce here, any bounce, then we start coming back up, and then altcoins will start. They'll start feeling it, and they can still go up, but they're not going to outperform Bitcoin. Right? This is saying right now that for the past 8 hours, altcoins have been outperforming Bitcoin as it's been dropping down from there. So that's interesting. All right, so if she bounces back up here, then we're going back to what we looked at before, and we may have to see 66 or 73% dominance before we get our altcoin season. If we can stay below here, we might actually at least get a mini altcoin season. It might last maybe a couple of weeks, or maybe a week or so. If we start breaking down trend lines and coming down, that could be sweet. I'm just saying, put some bass in your voice. So let's see, that was a crucial area for the hold, and she lost it. Anyway, that's good for short term for altcoins nonetheless. So baby, get paid today. INJ testing the 200 moving average here on the daily, finding some of that resistance. So she maybe having her breakout. We don't know for sure. We got to incorporate this new information we got. Trend line I got. Yeah, no matter. It might be breaking out. Looks like she's trying to. There's a lot of wiggle room in this, no matter how you look at it. I would probably looking at it as the channel over here. But she's a trying. Altcoins are trying. So INJ sitting at $21. I would be looking at right at 23 and then 27. Right here at this 360 moving average, that one will come into play in this area, $27, $28 too. Just on the short term. 4 hours, she's trying to make some progress. Still got some work to do and get these moving averages, but that's cool. So they're pumping up her altcoins right now. I just don't see signs that it's not sustainable just yet. Does that make sense? I mean, we could get that way, but we could just as easily give up some of this that we got from here. Just the moving averages just aren't ready for it yet. So basically, when I'm looking at all this range of moving averages, it says, man, that this whole range that we've got for moving averages right here, that's on the table for us to come back and test these areas. Arweave has been doing better. I'm starting to wonder if she's going to start going down to $8 or $9. Because like the other one, she also broke a major trend line. Yet here on the daily, the moving averages are stacked up nice, really nice. I think this one, she's bounced off a 786. I think she might have a possibility of doing a bear trap and getting above. Where is this? Let's get the squiggly lines off of this one. I think ROE might be ready to do something here. From what I've seen, bouncing off these moving averages, and the way they're stacked, the momentum is up and to the right. Ichimoku Cloud's not really cooperating right now, but the MACD is getting ready to flip. There's some good signs going on right here that ROE's getting ready to do something, I think. I'm in this one and have been, and was trying to get as much as I could down through here. But I do think that she's maybe going to come back into this pattern and start coming on up to maybe, would be great if she could get back to $26 again. 21 would be a sweet spot right there, and she's at 16 right now. That's not, even for a short-term trade, that's not too bad, although she is a slow mover until she wants to start doing something. But just nice to see that she bounced off some areas here. She may have found her bottom, may have. Arkham Intelligence is another one that I've been big on, and she's having a good, very good day. Higher highs, higher lows. Looking for 274 to be coming off of that, and definitely got some. I've got some targets at these areas, and I think even some in between as I'm tapering out because I'm just getting paid right now. I anticipate our altcoins to do good, but they're going to come up to an area, and then we're going to get a pullback. That's just what happens. So my plan is to try to take profits as we go up, and then whenever we pull back, I will be loading back in on some of them, except the ones that I'm weeding out, because I am weeding out a lot as we start to go up right now. Trying to consolidate my altcoins and get out of being in so many, and then kind of consolidate down to, I don't know, maybe 20 or less would be like a, that would be really good for me. Celinda says Gala needs to get back to 84 cents. Hey Celinda, how's it going? I thought I said hi earlier. I may not have. Celinda said ETH looks good. ETH is looking good. I was hoping she would get down to like 2,300 and something, because she was what, at 24? Isn't that right? She was down. Oh, she did get down to 23. I tried to get a little there. I didn't get very much. I tried to get some in the 24 area too. I'm position trading this one, trying to build a very small bag into a bigger bag. And yeah, looking good. Just see the 200 moving average is coming in at what, 29.55, and then we got this green line here. That is a 382 fib. It looks like. So I may need to let's just. Sometimes I just like to zoom out and relook at some of these things. Is this the big ass cup and handle? Yeah, we've been in for many years. If it is that at all, I'm not even sure that it is. Oh, you're respecting these angles though. Cool. Let me go ahead and just get my targets here. And yeah, okay. So we are at this 382. And it could get resistance. Ichimoku Cloud's looking at 3,000. And so we want to look at 31,119 and also 33,437. We should be gravitating up to that area, definitely. I don't know how long it will take to get there, but probably be a little bit more quicker now. Bouncing off the 200 moving average on the 3-day. 3-day looks like it's a good chart to chart this one on. It looks really promising to me, especially on the 3-day. You got the green dot on the 3-day just popped up there too, but 800, 600, 300, those are in the right order. 200, 100, those in the right order. So we got some shakiness right now. Do we figure that out and then recover? Yeah, I like this one. ETH is starting to look good, I believe. Definitely a nice move today. Let's look at her on the 1 hour. Ooh, 1 hour look good. She might try to make it past that area right here. You got the golden cross going on the 1 hour. Let me zoom up just a little bit. Got it It already happened? No, it looked like it was going to go be a bearish cross, but then it did a 180 and flipped with, oh man, Ichimoku Cloud liking this one on. 4 hours suggests that this might be a top area though, just because we're above the 800 and we're wicking above it. That would, to me, on this particular time frame, say that, man, that might be, maybe she'll get up here range and then drop down or something. It does look like we could come back to these areas down here about 26. Maybe for some kind of retest. If you got a breakout though, we got to keep this in mind. Retesting the 800. I don't see it sticking. I mean, we could do it for a while, but I don't see it sticking. That would also be retesting this area here, this double bottom. I'm just thinking out loud. I'm just looking. Ultimately, when you zoom out, I mean, it's got a nice, whether you want to look at it as some bottom pattern, some kind of head and shoulders, or a channel, however you want to look at it. We got an handle to the upside. That's pointing us back up about 34. Just go ahead and set it there. Let's see, the blue lines are measure moves. I'll leave that 34,400, 3440, 3446. That's what I got for a measure move. So that's cool. I don't know how long it'll take us to get there, but it's a nice little start getting with this little breakout. It's a lot of work to do, ETH. A lot of work to ETH. A lot of work to do. Catfiller says on USDT and total. For the CBD divergence. Sorry, bro, lagging the stream. My stream lagging? Let's see how my stream health is doing. Mine seems to be doing okay. Rising Sun, Bitcoin dominance. I think we looked at that, right? I probably don't have everything in context. Let me catch up with the chat here. Annual ETH pumping with the ETH beta. The Boys Club rule, says Jason. Critical Thinker says, my opinion, gold will have a correction. Have you seen the chart? Yeah, she's going through a correction right now, and that's why I'm nibbling at her. I've just got orders pyramided to catch her as she falls. I'm going to look at Pax Gold. Pax G. If I can spell it. Here's perpetuals for gold. Yeah, she's dropping about 26.53. Now I'm curious because even on this chart, and let's see, even on COINEX where I'm at, they had this wick up to like 34.46, and there's a saying that what gets wicked often gets candlestick. Doesn't have to happen, but more often than not, it has a good chance. The only way it could do that is to break out of this bearish channel. It's technically a bearish channel, even though it's been really generous to us. That might do it. We'd have to just break out from here. So here we are. The weekly is coming down to the daily. The weekly, it was respecting the 9-moving average. It was tested on the daily. We broke through the 50. Looks like we're going for a steeper correction, and she seems to respect the 100 for her deeper pullbacks. Sometimes even wicking back to the 200. That's normal, but here she respected the 100. Looks like we might be coming back down to test this area, maybe wick below it a little bit. So I've got about, pretty much right about 2,600, where I'm looking for her to find some, hopefully find some support there. I don't think she'll come back to the 618 on gold. I think we're still in a good uptrend, and I think that this corresponds with the 382 100 moving average, pull back, come back here and get a nice little bounce onto the upside. Just how I'm interpreting it, and I could be totally off. Maybe we're coming back down to 2200, 1800. I don't know. I doubt it though. China's wanting to buy up all the gold. A lot of people trying to buy up the gold. Russia wants to buy up the gold. People want to buy up gold because they don't like buying our US dollar. It's not worth the gosh darn thing. Especially the way it's been diluted by the Democrats the past 4 years. Things may improve for the dollar right now with Trump, and that might kind of affect the markets a little bit, but we'll see what's going on. I think she could be coming down, but this is why I'm buying. And it keeps me from spending my money too much, putting it into gold and Bitcoin. So that I won't have dollars, stable coins sit there that throw into any degen project. I have to do it to... I gotta find some place to put my value other than stablecoin. Gold and silver dumping hard. I think it's just a correction. Let us look. Got gold futures. So many places to buy gold. I'm just gonna go XAU, USDT, or USD. So yeah, she has had a great come up, a great ride. This is a weekly chart. Definitely doing parabolic. So the question is, has she topped out? In other words, right? Is this it? Something big coming? Bigger correction coming? I don't think so. And I could be wrong, but to me, the 2600 area holds. She's got a breakout. I'm just saying this is a possibility. This is right now it's leaning more for this than not. And that's 3366. Let's do a few other things here and go. That's completed. We did that. Brought the there, and that completed. That should have been bearish, but they don't always. This is actually a bearish setup, but they don't always end up being bearish. Sometimes the Thomas Bukowski talks about the AB equals CD, the bearish ones. Sometimes they keep on trucking. It looks like she went to trucking. And let me try one other little guy right here. Really? I expected some confluence. And nothing. For real, for real. There we go. Now I'm getting a little something something. I want to see if she can get up to about 2850. See what happens there. From there, I don't know. Maybe she could come back into the pattern, something like that. Maybe she doesn't do anything. Maybe she flags. I don't know. But that might be that should be one of the better, higher rejection points are near it that I've seen. Other than that, man, I did find some confluence up here. I forgot which one it was though. I thought it was 3366. Don't know exactly what she's going to do. I mean, there's some things right now, red light, green light on Market Cipher saying it's time for her to go down, but her stochastics are buried at the bottom. Money flows in the green. I think she's going to bounce, maybe. I may be wrong, but that's what I'm getting. She's got a hard candle right there coming down. Anywhere through here. I was going with 26 on whatever, anyway, wherever that was. Let's see if she can break past here, 26.4. She might break past. That's not a solid trend line, dude. Anyway, I don't think we're all looking here at gold. Let's move on to another altcoin. Man, I think I went through most of them that I was going to, except for Aave. All bad looking good. She said, oh, did you really? She's doing it right now, aren't you? She got to $190. Daddy got paid today. Woo! So I'm getting paid on Aave. I'm trickling it all the way up here my targets here. Top of her trend line, somewhere around $200. Nice, nice, nice. Definite breakout. If there is any retest, it would be somewhere through this area, about 156, if it wants to do it whenever. Making a higher high. And looks like she got rejected here at 189, 190, that 1.13. We got some rejection there. We got 196 coming up. And then again, I've got the 200 area. More than likely about 203. Let's see if she's got enough gas in her tank to get up there and hit those targets. She's got her first rejection at the first one, at the 113, but it looks like she's going to flag out underneath it with it. Just go up just a little bit before coming back down. And if she does come back down, maybe about, I don't know if she'll go back down to 150 or not, but somewhere through there. War Dog Thunderbolt said, I went short last night, got lucky. All the stock market guys talking about Bitcoin now, are they? Sweet. Sam says, how about Tao? Tao's been doing okay. We'll take a look at that one. She's been doing a little bit better, right? I thought it was back in the 500s, right? She dipped down to 404. That was a nice little comeback right there. Don't know. It'd be hard to nail those bottoms at 404, but that's 35% gain so far. Let me zoom out a little. You suck! You didn't come down in my zone! I would have so bought you here. I would have so bought you. It's gonna own you. It looks like we are breaking out of our channel. And that was a pretty decent channel. I don't know if you want to call it a... Let me get rid of these things down here. Don't know if you want to call it a megabone pattern now. I don't know that we got the... I was looking at this and thought we might have that. Basically, she just came up and it's kind of a scallop. Or one way to look at it is as a scallop top. And a lot of times they will come back down to about the halfway mark and then boom. So a Fibonacci from this low to that high should be somewhere around the halfway. It's a 618 right here, this zone, cool. 618 always works in it. 618 is just your automatic go-to. It gets respected a lot. And then you can make a scallop, make a nice move and come on up. So I hear some people, they're kind of afraid of rounded tops or talk about rounded tops, but if you look at a chart, how many times do you see a rounded top being a reversal? They end up usually being a continuation, really. So however you want to look at it, drawing trend lines and loosening wedges and whatever and coming down and channels and breaking out. We should be coming back to retest at about 680 right here at Tau. I like it. 200 moving average is giving us a little trouble right here on the 4 hour. Maybe have a retest. Might come back 505, 5 something. Lose about 20 bucks and regroup and then go over and retake that 200 moving average and start moving up. I like it. I like it. I like it. I think everything is looking good here on the 1 hour though. What's up? That's where the resistance is on the 1 hour. So notice that the 4 hour, we're looking at the 200 moving average. On the 1 hour, we're looking at the 800 moving average. You see that? See that? 200 moving average? 200 times 4 is 800. Therefore, on the 1 hour, you got the 800 moving average. So see why they're kind of cool to have these bigger moving averages? That's just how I use them, because I don't have to. It kind of helps me keep up with. It's a way I can peak on a different time frame. I could look at it that way, and it's just a way to track momentum, the bigger momentum, which would be on a bigger time frame. Is it going to reject us from here? More than likely it will. It could spike up above it, but just because the moving averages are in reverse order, 800, 600, 300, 200, 100, probably not going to get very much further than 800. It can spike up. We've seen it on the other ones. It can, or it can just get its rejection right here. Likely, I would think that it'll probably get rejected here and come down. But as soon as I say that, she'll probably spike up here and then come down and say, "You suck, road dog. You don't tell me what to do." And again, if we did have a breakout of this, you've always got that as a great place to... You're saying 485? Did you? Tao, could you correct there? But correcting here and then going up, I think that looks good. Has it already been an hour and 15 minutes? Hour and 17 minutes already. That's crazy. Let's see what you guys are talking about. We got Strega laughing and a cry. DP, hola, how's it going? Drinking that coffee, my man. Crypto Frontier says, Pepe, 4.5 billion market cap. Is it? How is Pepe doing? I do have a play on that. Oh, yes, baby. Big Daddy is some Big Daddy happy. Man, man, we deserve this. We have fought so hard. My account that I've been doing spot margin, I mean, it has. I've been doing my best to not let the ups and downs be so ups and downies, but woo! Yeah, as you're in this and your portfolio is getting bigger and bigger, and if it's more of a longer term thing, especially if you're doing things spot or spot margin, longer term holds, position trades, diamond handing, I mean, you see how that portfolio just goes up and down, and it's amazing, man. I mean, I've seen like almost a whole year's salary lost, then almost a whole year's salary, or almost 2 whole years salary gain. It's not that much. No, that I don't want to say 2. But I mean, it's the difference between going up like baseline. It's more like this: baseline, lose a year's salary. Oh my God, it sucks. And then over this day, I'm like baseline up a salary. Does that make sense? So I got a spectrum of like, that's a lot to stomach to go up and down. This market's getting crazy. And the only way to keep it from going up and down is to pay yourself. So I keep trying to pay myself more and more. But we're finally getting the moves up with higher highs on Bitcoins. Altcoins starting to turn around a little bit. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Pepe is at 1043 right now. So target I've got, let's make sure that we're still on par here. Let's just take a look at Pepe. I don't think I've updated this one in a minute. Zoom out on Pepe. Look, she's in a symmetrical triangle, 50-50 pattern. Look, could just go either way. Pepe. Just disappointed us by breaking the trend line here and going over a valid retest, which she just dumped on her ass. I did not like it, but really, I went back for seconds again. Because she sadistic like that. I don't know. Find it rather sexy when Pepe likes that cigarette. But if we look at this as being a possible channel, well, we would bounce off as this 6-1 at Fibonacci, and we are respecting the very well. Perhaps that we could truly put our hand into their cookie jar and maybe nibble just a little. And maybe get by with it without being caught in that sweet feeling of just knowing that you are successful. And your undertaking, maybe you got a little bit of a breakout. I find some support when we need it, and we bounce. We recover the 200 moving average like it is nothing. It is beneath us. We will not even refer to it again unless we happen to run into it on the street. We are done with you. We will come down to the smaller time frame to the 2 hour. Oh. Also, the 200 moving average is very much beneath us, so peace off with you. We are done here. Pepe the Frog, La Rana, is on his way to try to take out these last highs, 1196. Holy crap, you got a breakout right there. Looks like you got a breakout, Peppy. Go for it, baby. Let's do it. You got a measure move for that? Excuse me. Yeah, you got a measure move for that breakout? License and registration, please. Just a measure move could take us right back up to this red trend line, which I was going to point to anyway. But hey, why not have a little confluence saying that, ooh, 1351 could be coming from Peppy? I like that idea. You gonna make daddy some money? I'm gonna pimp you out on that street. Got my pimp suit on today. Pimping these altcoins, getting paid. Woo! 31%. Come on, Peppy, let's do it. I got some 3x leverage on that. You gonna end up doubling? Come on, let's play this game. Flagging out after she gets a breakout of a channel or wedge, however you want to look at it. The wedge I would be looking at would be this wedgie. I need to color code you. Woo. So we broke out and then we flagged and we found some support. Looks looking good, baby. Altcoins are looking so good right now. Even though we're not really in an altcoin season, they just been beat up so hard that they are just them. They're starting to come out of the hospital. They're breathing again. Starting to get some life. Starting to move around. Take the cast off. Pretty good. Pretty good. We're making some progress here. I'm not in big time, but some of you guys are, I think. And she's doing pretty good today too. Look at big time. Look, we had a trade set up for Bitcoin big time that is still in play with a 16% stop loss. Who in the right mind would do a 6? Road Dog, what the hell's wrong with you? That was stupid. At best it'd be 10. I might go with 10, but anything more than 10, I'm like, you got to find a better entry or setup or something. Screw that. Oh, she tried to break back into it. She got rejected here. Big time, what are you doing? Big time ran up to 20 cents today. She was hanging around 14. Not bad. We just take this and now we'll put you over here. Now we got 2 judges instead of the multitude that I had there. But hey, what's a scarecrow going to do on a night like tonight? Tells us, helps us figure out our channel a little bit better though. As this trend is starting to mature. We got a little something there. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, look, a scallop pattern like we were just talking about. You know, you'll see things happen on one chart and you'll often see them on the other charts too as the price action plays out. But there we are with that scallops coming down and boom. Blasting off to the upside. How far did you come down on the fibber? Well, we'd be looking from here to down, and she was a 0.5. So I was looking for a 0.5 on the other one, but it came down to the 618 just to, you know, they would be hard. They said, oh yeah, Road Dog? Yeah, it's for you. Think you know it all? She embarrassed me. But a 0.5, 0.618, somewhere through there on a scallop. But you know, you hear rounded bottoms pay the bills, so you think, oh, they're going to go all the way to the upside. And you say, well, your rounded tops must be horrible. No, man. They, especially if you're in a bull market, some of these patterns act different than they do when you're in a bear market. Thomas Bukowski talks about that at thepatterns.com, and also his encyclopedia, which I've got around here somewhere. And we are definitely full on bull now for Bitcoin. This is a time you need to pat yourself on the back because you made it. Not to the end, but you made it through some of the most hardest parts of this market. And you deserve to recognize that in yourself. You need to give yourself credit for sticking out through all the bullshit we've had to go through, especially. And you know, a lot of it that has held us down for real has been Gary Gensler, Elizabeth Warren, Biden administration, and by the grace of God, our current president and a lot of the Congress and the Senate are very educated now on crypto and the potential for crypto. An orange man has been orange pilled, and he likes orange coin. And it's going to be a bright, sunshiny day this bull run. You want to have a little fun toward the end here, since now we got so much. Man, I've got this. All these charts look the same. Can we go this one? Are you real? Are you for real? I'm picking out a chart that we can do some woo-woo. This is what we're looking at. We're on a big ass parabolic move for Bitcoin. If you can zoom out enough, and it's about to get freaking real. Not immediately. It will take months for this to play out, but it's about to get freaking real. And we're going to do this. We're going to clean off Bitcoin right here. Zoom out. We'll make it easy. We'll go by the monthly. Cut all that noise off. Look at this on the monthly. Market Cipher has got us the green dot on the monthly. How rare is that? Last one we had was October 2023. What happened then when we had a green dot? In October, we went up like this. Put it on the weekly, make it look. Last time we had the green dot on Market Cipher. And remember, Market Cipher is actually an indicator, and it is, the bigger your time frames, you'll find that the more accurate and stronger the signals played out. So big deal. A big deal. And there we are. And this, we can do our AB equals CD move. Put this right here where we came and touched the 0.5 Fibonacci. And it'll give us a measure move right here to 97,900. Saying that that is on the target. That is on the table to be a target. And I'm going to lock her in. Lock her in. We got confidence with that being a 0.2. We're jumping out of our little 618 pull from swing high to swing low because we're going with this measure move over here. That idea. Even if you looked at this as being a bull flag, a lot of people are looking at this as being a bull flag. You would get something very similar with that as an AB equals CD. And the best place again is to put this at the bottom of the trend line to have the most accurate measurement from that. Put it on the top. Thomas Bukowski just says, yeah, he recommends doing it from the bottom, and that does make it more compatible with the AB equals CD move. Otherwise, you might just get one of these sticks and you're like, oh man, it didn't quite make it up there. But if we were to take that idea, the way most people do it, some people do it saying 115,000. I'm not going to put that up there just yet. 97 seems like a dream that's hard to come by. Really, what I came over here to do was draw some channels just to go back to the very basics that we look at. Let's look for our areas that we're going to have probably some tight resistance, and that seems to be about 80,000. 80,000 is actually one of my fib targets that we got there. So we got top of the line. Are we headed toward 80? I think we're headed toward 80. Ichimoku Cloud says we're headed toward 80. MACD here on the weekly says we're definitely headed toward somewhere on the weekly. We just getting started. So pretty good, wouldn't you think? Are you excited? Are you excited about what's going on? We got this little guy now as our touches for a channel that we're in. As our trend line is now matured. This is where we find ourselves. Is there any confluence over here that we might actually have something? And I would dare say, yeah, it looks like it fits more with the bottom of this over here with what we got, but there's our channel. And our channel. And at the top of our channel, if we were to go straight up, we would run into the top of the trend line and also that little target that we just identified there was at 97.9. Oh my gosh, there's some cowbell. Things are looking good. Things are looking good. The biggest mistake you could make right now is to sell out way too early, I think. Ain't that just amazing? An AB equals CD from the actual impulse move, swing low to swing high, and put that at the 0.5 Fibonacci axis. Takes us right up here, right to our measure, right to the top. Boom, boom, boom. So I got confluence right there, 81,900 ish area. 82.5. It's getting hard to see on this weekly time frame. Right up through here. Short-term time frames right now, Bitcoin might be looking for a little bit of a pullback. That's quite all right. That happens. You can probably throw a little bit of Elliott on that and see what. Oh shoot, Elliott! Elliott on crack. What the hell are you doing, Elliott? You got a 1 and a 2 and a. Wow, what kind of 3 is Elliott's? You're smoking something, baby. Oh, now you say it's a 5, Elliott. You just start. You don't. This is why I fight with Elliott. Hill says we could top out here where we are, or we could come up here to where I said. You got about 82,000. Or up here at 91. Oh, you skipped over mine. Oh, screw you, Elliott. Or 10,000 or 106,000. Folks, regardless of whatever magical number we can assign to this is go up season. We're on a good start. It will be a bumpy ride. There will be ups and downs. There will be corrections. I would look more for the 382 corrections if you're a fib trader. Pay more attention to those, and I think it'll be more kind to you. You probably already know that. I don't know. We got a little bearish divergence here forming on the 4 hour. Might get a pullback. I don't know. We're looking sweet, baby. Let's get paid. Let's make that money. It is that time. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I'll be back again tomorrow night. Bring your coin request. I'll bring mine. We'll just mix them all together, and we'll just have a crypto orgy. Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. God bless you. God loves you. God's given us another chance at our country and at Bitcoin. Making a lifetime of me.
Come on.
Let's don't disappoint God.
Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze. Every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like you're so ice, ice, ice. You won't make it to the finish line.
You know, I did not, Brown Gravy. I got very distracted. I'll put that on the list for tomorrow. It's been doing good. Mooting. I don't think I've got anything worth talking about in it, though. Or else I had. I sold it out early. Linda says when retail comes piling in, Peppy and Brett are going to moon. And I hope they took Toshi with it.